Tales of Zestiria review. So there you guys have it. This is a Tales of Zestiria video game review. Tales of Zestiria review. I have it on Steam. The game's on Xbox 3, Xbox One, Xbox PS4. I know it's on PS3. I know it's on Xbox 360. And it's on PC. So, this is Tales of Zestiria. We're not going to sit through and watch the opening all over again. That's just the opening of the game. And I wanted to show you guys what the opening looked like for Tales of Zestiria, because this is going to be an in-depth video game review of Tales of Zestiria. I hope you guys enjoy. It's going to be like 30 minutes. I'm going to try to keep it short this time. Not going to be an hour long. I'm going to talk about the story, going to talk about the gameplay mechanics, going to talk about the enemy, and going to talk about certain bosses and certain fights. So let's jump right into it. The story of Tales of Zestiria is basically you're playing as your main character. His name is Saray. With Saray, he's being raised by in a village of the Seraphim. I think that's what they call it, Seraphim. And since he was being raised with them, he has to go through the trials of his first encounter with the human, that he has never seen other humans for the longest time as he was being growing up. He has a best friend who is a Seraphim, and those two they grew up together like brothers. That's how close they are. But they meet somebody new that persuades them to actually leave the village and becoming to who he wants to be, and it's the story of the shepherd. I don't know why they call it the shepherd, but that is this hero quality status you are in Tales of Zestiria. You are the gentle shepherd. Let me show you who Saray is, so you guys get a better picture of the game. This game file, I beat the game. This is at the very end of the game, so this place where I'm at is at the very end of the game. So let's get out of here, so I won't be showing you guys that. I'll just start at Saray's house. Saray, the main character! There we go. We're at we're at Saray. This is Saray right here that I'm pointing at. The one I'm rotating the screen for. This is Saray, the main character of the game. He is part of the main character, Saray, and it starts off with Saray and Mikleo. These are the main two people at the very beginning of the game when you start the game and you go and you finally adventure out in the story. In the storyline, you figure out there's a malevolence in the world that it's there, and they need some type of way to get rid of that malevolence, and they can't get rid of it because they don't have the power of purification. So the only way they get it is they had to make Saray had to become the shepherd or make a pact with Lila, and with Lila gave him the power to become the gentle shepherd, or the shepherd, so he can fend off and defeat the malevolence. You meet certain seraphim on the way. You meet a water Mikleo is a water seraphim, Lila is fire, Zafid is wind, and Etna is earth. That's it. Those are the four. But you get two other characters during the main storyline you do encounter. During this storyline, Saray figures out who he is. He figures out his birth, his mom, during all this entire time during the quest of the storyline. And as he's going through this journey, he has his friend Mikleo, he has Etna, Rose, but more like Mikleo to help him get through until he meets Lila. And then once he meets Lila, he starts learning some more stuff. What should a shepherd do? What should he do? He is neglected to help a lot of people out because the people will think shepherd is a monster. He's overpowered. He's some crazy demon. But on other side of the field, other side of it, the view, people will actually enjoy and like the shepherd, that who he is. He's able to help other people. He's considerate of people in this game. So you're basically here to go through the game to take out one person and get rid of the malevolence, and that is a spoiler alert, because this is all done but spoilers for everybody. His name's Heldoff, and he's the main big bad guy for the game. Once you beat Heldoff, you beat the game. You can beat it. There's two endings for the game. The first ending is the bad ending. That's if you figure out a way to beat Heldoff super early. I mean, you could beat him super early, and you won't get the good ending. The good ending is you actually go through the steps and you actually go through and finish the rest of the storyline. But the way how the characters meet, it's Saray, then Mikleo, then Lila, then Etna. Once you get Etna, you get Rose. It's supposed to be Daxel because he is a main character part, Daxel. But I can't talk too much about him because you just got to figure out the rest. You have to, if you want to know the rest of the storyline, you have to play the game. So if you want to be interested, I say check this game out. It's more like for one playthrough only, and that's it. And then put it down and don't play it again. But that's basically it for the storyline for this game. And the storyline is alright. If you want to watch certain reviews, let's say you wanted to watch old skits in the game that you haven't got a chance to get to, but you can't. You can go to Lady Lake and just go to the inside of the sanctuary, okay? So this is, I'm going to show you where you can actually watch old stuff, old videos where you can watch and play. So if you want to re-watch some of the stuff or the gameplay sequences again or movie sequences again, you can. You can actually do that by running there's a place, it's called Cat's Corners. It's at the very end of the game. I don't know why they let you wait until the very end of the goddamn game to get this unlocked. You have to literally wait until you get to the end of the game to get to Cat's Corner so you can actually use Cat's Corner so you can actually see what I'm talking about. So as I'm running through the video through here, the cat is a seraphim. Almost everybody who's like invisible is a seraphim.
So, look what the cat, we welcome you.
So now, and you gotta have this, you get an item in the very beginning of the game called the Grandpa's Pipe. Gramps pipe. You got to sell it to get some money, then you get it back in the game. You re-buy it, and then once you have it again, you have the pipe again. Then you give it back to the old man, and then you go back to his place, and then you take it again. So it's like, oh, this pipe gets taken. But once you get to Cat's Corner, you can talk to these two right here. These two miniature they're movie cats. One's for scenes of the wing of the game. So let me show you one. This game is running at 25 frames per second. 30 frames per second. That is another character, Alicia. You get her for probably not that long.
Saray. Is that really you?
Get back, Alicia. Hey! You'll be able to handle the Hellions, right? Yeah. Just take care of the rest of the flames.
But there's a movie thing. It's called The Shepherd Being Born. It is when the shepherd becomes the shepherd. And now he's the shepherd. That's what he is. He is the shepherd. He became born. He's the new shepherd. And everything else. That was that. So, and you get to see another character. There is, okay, let me tell you this now. There's going to be, you see how the character roster is, right? You would think you would get a third human character in the game, but you do not get a third human character in this game at all. It's either Rose or Alicia. Those are the two main girl characters in the game. The rest are Seraphim. You gotta have at least one other human to control the other Seraphim. If it's only Saray, Saray can only control one Seraphim at a time on the battlefield. Wakanda sucks. This is why I said you only should play this game through only one playthrough only. Be done with it. Complete the storyline for the story, be done with it. But the other character that you just saw, her name's Alicia. She's the princess of Lady Lake. She's the princess. You end up encountering her. She's the first person you encounter that actually sets you on your way on your adventures. And that's when you encounter Lila, then Edna, then Daxel and Rose, and then later Savid. But you end up meeting Savid, you end up fighting Savid like 3 times, and then after a while, after you progress through the storyline, Savid actually becomes on your team, and he becomes the new Wind Seraph after you lose the old Wind Seraph. Alicia, she stays on your party for a certain amount of time, and then after that, she leaves your party for the rest of the game. She only comes back to the party when you have to fight a person named Mel Tran, the person who trained her to be a fighter in the way of the wielding the spear and everything else. You have to fight Mel Tran, and you have to kill Mel Tran. With Alicia, That is the story. After that, Alicia's gone for the rest of the game. So basically, Rose is your main player 2 person of this entire game. You will never get another human character in this game. You only have 4 Seraphim characters, and they switch out 1 Seraphim character because one happens to them, and they switch them out. So it's like, thanks to this game, they keep them for a while, and then they switch out characters, and I hated the fact that you don't get to keep Alicia through the whole game! They gave her mystic arts, and they gave her certain abilities, and then you just don't end up keeping her at all for the whole game! It's like, lame. So, let's get off of story now. Let me show you battle mechanics. I just showed you movie mechanics. So if you also want to watch old skits too, like talking skits, like you can do main, sub, like systems, or like shop.
Good thing the armor shop had both a ceremonial sword and staff. Also, there's something I kinda wanted to ask you.
Yeah, I know. You want to ask if this staff looks like it's floating in midair to humans. Is that it?
How do you know?
One look in your eyes says it all. Even if it's an item that humans can see, when Seraphim infuse mana into it, it will become unrecognizable by humans. The opposite is true as well. Anything made by a Seraph can be recognized by humans if mana gets infused in that item. Although, it's kind of a rare ability.
So Gramps' pipe is like that.
Quite perceptive of you.
In fact, Gramps told you everything you just told me, didn't he?
That's also quite perceptive of you.
So, there you go. And that's if you missed any of these, it's all here in Cat's Corner. So this is, you have to literally come here for Cat's Corner. So let's talk about the items, let's talk about the gameplay mechanics. You got your arts. You got your arts for certain characters. Arts, these is your auto B button moves. You just had to hold the direction and hit B. That's it. That's basically it of the combo setup in this game. And it's kind of retarded. I don't like the battle mechanics in this game because you gotta hold one button to do these arts, and that's it. I like the other way where you can do these, but they don't feel as attainable as these because they already have it set in a sequence. And you can't change these at all. You can't not change them. They're set for all your armored citation, all your characters. Everybody's like that. That's it. You can have it semi-auto, semi-mode. There's 3 types of modes you can have it in. You can have it in auto, where you can just let them fight. You can have it in semi-auto. It do some of the stuff, like some of the guarding and stuff, but you're still able to control and move everything else. Or you can just have it in manual, and you do everything yourself. But the thing is, you're going to be hitting that B button a lot. This X button's like the shield. B button is for your special. And then A button, yeah. If you want to return your FP or magic points that you use, you have to hold down X button. So you will have to block a lot to get some of your points. BG stands for your battleground points, I think, for how much you can do a super move. If you want to do your super move or any of your other super moves, that is the only way to do your super moves in this game, is with the battle points. So items right now, I can show off elixirs. Also, I cheated this game out because I just wanted to play the storyline, get it done and over with, so I can actually try the new Tales of Zestiria game out, so I can actually play that and enjoy that one. Because I didn't enjoy this one compared to Tales of Symphonia, Tales of Zestiria, and in any other Tales game like Tales of Zestiria. Those games did really well. The battle system felt really, really awesome. So let me show you the battle system then. We got to talk to this cat to leave. So I'm gonna show you the battle system. I'll show you what I mean by certain ways of fighting. If you want to run faster in the outworld, you have to listen to Gossip. Gossip gives you this ability called wind stepping. Wind stepping lets you run faster. Lets you run a lot faster. Way much faster. If you have 2 characters with wind stepping, it's called support talents. Certain characters have talents, so they can make items for you, while you're walking and running around the game. Everything has a proficiency level in this game. Everything does. Not just item proficiency for your ordering. So he can order items and they will appear in certain shops after a while. He can set up to certain points of interest, or just read that and you'll find it. Snacks. I have him equipped to wind stepping, so you get 30 seconds of boost movement speed for a while. Same for her, she gets stealthy feet, luring. So every character has their own set of support talents, which is kind of nice. Battle actions, set up battle actions in the game, so you can get certain things when you're fighting in battle. That's what they do. So like always free run with the left stick, and if you want to move in a straight line, hit that. So it's like pretty simple, explanatory, but you need AP points, and to acquire AP points you got to do certain things in the game, touch certain items, watch certain events. You get AP points for almost everything you do, and leveling up. So it's like equipment, same for the equipment. The part here is you get certain items and weapons. This chart over here is your skill set. So if you get certain powerizations, it tells you for how much you do for your attack in normal, fire, earth, water, and wind. It tells you how much is set up. If you get it in a straight line, you get some special boost. If it's straight in line, up and down, you get a certain boost. Anything you can get is a special boost. Also, everything has a level, a 5-star rating level in this game. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Right there, there's 5 stars on the animate boots. You gotta raise that thing up to 5 stars if you want it max. And then you can combine armor in the game once it hits 5 levels, and it has to be that of the same armor. So you're going to practically buy every armor in this game if you want to get stronger. Besides that, everything else is just basically I show you what else you can do in the battle mechanics and stuff. But other than that, support talents, back actions, you got fashion for your characters. That's why I have one now. I have certain fashion outfits. So like Shepherd, here's some of the Shepherd outfits. I actually do kind of like that. It's actually pretty cool. Same for him. I just changed up his outfit so he can look like a different Seraph. You can get more custom clothes if you buy the DLCs or buy the song one where they all look like certain characters. So, and the music changes with certain battles in the battle mode. So I'm gonna show you guys. There's the wind stepping part, like I told you. How's it activating? And boom. If you sit there, it keeps increasing into a point where you're at an extremely fast run speed, where you literally is super fast. So I'm gonna just go somewhere so I can just show you the fighting really quick. Okay, it costs money to save point travel, and it costs a fuck ton of money in this game. Look how much money! I cheated out the money, and that's how much money I have to pay to travel! It should be free, but it's not. Oh, also, you get seraphims that become lords of the land. They give you special boons, and with these boons, you can get certain things while you're playing and running around in the area. So everything, you can set Normans at a more stronger attack or certain things to the game, which is actually seems alright. It's actually pretty okay. You can offer items to get grade for your boons. So grade is a heavy part in this game too. It is very heavy in this game for have grade. So you got to make sure you got enough grade or enough items to give it out. How I get it maxed out, I cheated. Just like I said, I cheated just to get this, so I can run through this game, so I can get the storyline over with. How the battles are set up are like this. You have monsters out on the field. They're just running in certain areas. This is this is just a secret dungeon you can get to, run to. I have to use the 4 special abilities. You have fire, you have earth as a punch, water makes you invisible. You can invisible to certain creatures, and then wind allows you to go through walls like this or certain gaps. So it's okay. This is outside battle statement. So the guy that was in here, he vanished, so I gotta run to another area. Oh, he's back. Something else. So this is the battle phone. You got, just like I said, they are connected, because when you connect, since they're connected, they will armatize, and with the armatize, they get more stronger in abilities and stuff like that. So here's the B. I'm hitting the B button to do certain combos, but that's it. I'm just hitting up, holding up, and just hitting the B. That's it. That's basically it.
Well, I had a lot of practice with Miglia.
And they do have a lot of these in battle sequences. After you win a battle, they do like funny talks or funny interactions with each other and stuff like that. So it seems alright. But let me show you the armatization and stuff like that. If you want to do a super move, you have to hold the B button, the B button, and this at the same time, the right trigger and B button while you're doing a combo. So you have to initiate the combo, and then hold R trigger and that, you'll do a combo. So let me show you.
Let's begin the purification.
Yep, there's a combo. Or the mystic art for a certain character.
You can do a lot by running into things.
So there was the mystic art for that. So let me show you the mystic art with the armatization now. So
Shall we begin? Say zero! Here goes! Hang on, everyone! Say zero!
I killed him too fast. Alright, let's do this right. We'll do it this way.
Be on your guard. Water! My phone is ahead!
Here it goes!
And then I can show you another person too.
Sweet! Sweet dreams!
And there's the other one. So each character has their own different types of armatization with the certain character you do. So there's earth, wind, water, fire. So, and they're pertain to that one element. So when you fight certain creatures, you have to switch out for different elementals, which one's stronger than this element, or resistant to this element, or something that's weak to this element. So there is the battle system, you guys. There's not much to it. You just hit the B button. If you want to do your special things, hit that. Or you can hit the A button and you do other stuff, but you have to block. Or I'm using items to return my stuff so I can get the stuff faster. And that's basically it for the battle system. There's not much to it. I showed you movies, talked about the story, showed you battle system, and I showed you guys what I think of this storyline. So now, let me give you what I truly think about this game. I think this game is alright. It's good for one playthrough. I will give this game a 7. Actually, no, let me take that back. I'll give it a... I'm going to keep it a 7 out of 10. I'll give this game a 7 out of 10, actually. Also, the music, some parts of the music, it's actually good. Some parts it's not. I'm going to keep that as an 8 out of 10. But everything else is a 7 out of 10 for this game. This game is more like for one playthrough for an RPG game. It's not that much enthralling. The battle system, it's not that active, so you might get kind of bored with it really fast, because I did. And this is how I think of the game. I do like the game, but I'm not going to keep playing this game. Once I beat the game and I got the storyline, I did it for this review. I beat the game, fully beat the game for you guys, so I can talk more about the story. I know more about it. I know more stuff in depth about it. So now I'm just ready to be done with this game. It's time for me to move on to a new game for you guys, so I can show you guys. So I am a gamer and I love playing games, and this is DigiD here, and I just talked to you guys about a game review. I want to say thank you guys for checking out my game review of Tales of Zestiria. Tales of Zestiria video game review. Tales of Zestiria game review. Tales of Zestiria. Tales of Zestiria. Tales of Zestiria. Zestiria. But, so, I want to say thank you guys for checking out this video game review of Tales of Zestiria. I hope you guys like it, and I hope that you guys come back to see more and what I have for you guys. So, if you really do like this review and you want to check out the game, I say give it a go through. Don't spend the $50 or $60 for this game. Just buy it for at like 20 or 30 bucks. Yeah, buy it when it's super cheap. Just buy it when it's super cheap, like extremely cheap, and then just play it. Just play through the story and learn about the shepherds, Sherway and Rose and Mikleo, Lila, Zavid, and Etna. So I want to say thank you guys for checking out my video, and Digit D will catch you on the flip side and see you guys in the next video.